Good evening, volleyball captains, and welcome to our adult volleyball captains meeting. This is a YouTube live, and so if any of you have questions throughout the meeting or want some clarification on some things that we're going to go over, feel free to throw them in that chat and we will get those answered for you. So, we will get started. This shouldn't take too much of your time, and a recording of this will be posted on the original link that I sent you guys. So, if you have questions at all and you want to go come rewatch it, feel free to. So, first of all, my name's Autumn Triplet. This is my contact information with my email and phone number. That phone number does not receive text, so if you text it and you don't get an answer, that's why. However, I'm in the office Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. So if you reach out to me via phone during those business hours, I will either answer right away or give you a call back quickly. As far as my email goes, if you have any questions or need roster help or anything like that, feel free to reach out to me there. I'm usually pretty good at getting back to you, if not the same day, the very next day. However, keep in mind I don't work Fridays and Saturdays or Sundays. So if you email on Thursday night or Friday morning, it will take a few more days to get back. There we go. Okay, little quick season info. Dates, we start September 8th and we end about October 14th. It just kind of depends on how the tournaments work out and how far you go. You might be done before that. You might be done after that. The season itself, let me count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So October 14th is when the regular season ends. I was looking at that. I thought that was kind of weird. So the tournament will go into November. So we have 10 regular season games. You will play double headers, and then we'll go into a single elimination tournament. And all of the games will be played at Shoreline Middle School and our Provo Rec Center. So keep in mind, the October 14th is for regular season when we're going to be done. Then we'll start tournament. Okay, as far as locations go, Shoreline Middle School. This middle school is on the west side of Provo. When you pull in, you need to pull into this west parking lot if you're facing the school. And then you can enter on this little blue arrow. There's a door right there, and that's where our gyms are. They have asked us not to enter the front doors, and the front doors will be locked. So you can't enter them, even if you try. But yeah, park on this west side. It's the quickest, easiest way, and parking, there's always available parking. Please share this with your teams. While we're at Shoreline, please remember that we are guests in these facilities, and without these facilities, we cannot run the programs that we run. And so just be aware, don't play in the halls, don't allow your kids to play in the halls. Food or drink is not allowed in the gym except for water bottles. And if you spill or anything, please clean it up. Shoreline's great to work with, but they do expect a very clean school when we leave, so please help us out there. As far as the Provo Rec Center, same thing, no food or drink except for water are allowed in the gyms. You can just enter through this front door, tell the front desk that you're here for volleyball, and they will let you in. The address for the Provo Rec Center and Shoreline can be found on both those slides. Okay, as far as where all the season information is going to be, it's going to be on quickscores.com/provo. This is going to have your schedules, your waivers, information about who's playing where, everything that way. It'll have a captain's meeting link, it has the rules, everything that way. So if you have questions throughout the season, please check out Quick Scores first, and then if it's not found there, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to help, but Quick Scores usually can answer most questions. Okay, we're going to go over a few rules real quick. First of all, pregame, you guys are allowed to check into the facility 15 minutes before your game. So if you have the 7:30 game, the front desk at the rec center is not going to let you in if you're there at 6:30. That's way too early, 15 minutes before your game. That's to keep the gyms on the less crowded side so people have room to play and move, but just keep that in mind. As far as check-in goes, as you and your team show up, you need to go find the staff member that is the site supervisor. They will be in a blue or green shirt, and you need to check in. Keep in mind, to play in the tournament, you have to play in a minimum of 2 games during the season. Your attendance for games is kept or tracked through you checking into the supervisor. So if you don't check into the supervisor, that means you don't get attendance for that game, which means come tournament, if say you played in 2 games and you didn't check in with the supervisor during those 2 games, on our record you didn't play, so then you won't be tournament eligible. So just check in. It's super easy. It doesn't take much. Walk over to them. They're super friendly, and just check in really quick. As far as team discipline goes, coaches and captains, you guys are responsible for the discipline of your team members. please see the code of conduct that is linked on Quick Scores for any of our rules or anything like that. We usually don't have an issue with volleyball. We'd like to keep it that way. You guys have been great in the past and no complaints there. So we'll hopefully keep that good behavior going. As far as the team spokesperson, we are using volleyball rules, so the floor captain is the only one that can talk to the officials. However, if your captain's not there, just designate another captain on the floor. Totally works that way. Please keep in mind our officials are human and they might miss some calls here or there. If you have any issues with them or with a call, please just go visit them during a timeout or on a dead ball or in between sets. They respond really well if you're kind and talk to them, but if you go in guns a-blazing, then it gets a little hard to officiate. So please keep that in mind. As far as timeouts, you guys can have a timeout. You're allowed 2 timeouts per set. They're 30 seconds. That's the only thing that will stop the game clock. So you have 2 timeouts per set, 30 seconds. They do not roll over, so it's use them or lose them. As far as jewelry and hats, please don't play in these. This is for your own safety, especially hats. Our officials will ask you to take it off. Jewelry, it is totally you play at your own risk. We understand that there's permanent jewelry nowadays that you can't take off, so we understand that, but just remember it's for your safety. As far as substitutions go, you guys can substitute whenever you kind of need to, depending on the situation. But we ask you if you have 7 players, rather than just substituting for one person, you're more than welcome to just substitute when they go back to serve. Okay, as far as forfeits go, game time is forfeit time. So if we're ready to play and Team A is there and Team B isn't, we have 2 options. So Team A can either A, take the win, and Team B is automatically forfeited. Even if they show up 15 minutes later, it's still a forfeit. Or if Team A is being really nice and they really want to play, and say if Team B has 1 person there, and Team B's like, oh, everyone's coming, they're 10 minutes away, you have a 10-minute grace period that if Team A, the team who's there, chooses to give you, you can take that 10-minute grace period. However, when you take the 10-minute grace period, that means that first set, the team who's not there will be awarded a loss. So then when you start your second and third set, it will be Team A 1, Team B 0. So Team A will only have to win 1 set, or Team B will have to win 2, even though that first one's already taken care of. So we really, really want to avoid forfeits at all costs. Please, if you can't make your game, give me at least 24 hours notice so I can switch some people around and possibly get other people a game. But if you no-show for the first time, you're going to be warned by a phone call from me. Second forfeit, your team may be dropped from the league or have you pay a reinstatement fee. Any forfeit in the postseason will result in the removal from the league. It's a single elimination tournament, so if you don't show up, you're gone. But most of the time we don't have issues with forfeits, and it's really easy indoors because we don't have to worry about weather. But please, please, please don't forfeit. Team rosters. Everybody's roster needs to be added. Captains, you should have all received an invite from me, or not from me, from Quick Scores to add your team rosters in. Get those added ASAP. As soon as you add your roster into Quick Scores, it will send an individualized email to all of your players because you typed in their email, and then they can fill out their waiver that way. If you need any help adding rosters, there's a Quick Scores video that's linked on the Quick Scores page on team management. Also, I'm happy to help in any way, so just reach out to me. But league adjustment, if we are seeing a, say, women's upper team or a women's lower team absolutely dominate the lower league, and we have an upper team that's not doing very good, we may adjust and have you guys switch to keep it competitive but also safe. Volleyball is a sport where when you have 2 different skill levels playing at each other, people can get hurt, they can get hit very, very quickly. So we do reserve the right to do so if we see fit. All rules will be governed by USA Volleyball rules. You can go look at the full rules there. As far as time restrictions go, all of our game clocks will be set to 45 minutes. That 45 minutes is going to start on time. Whether you're ready to go or not, it's starting on time. So be here early, get warmed up. You have 15 minutes before you need to, or when you can check in. Just get ready to play. Warm-ups are limited in our gym space. Please don't go warm up out in the halls. You'll get in trouble with that and things get broken. So matches will be best 2 out of 3 sets, capped at 27 and using the rally scoring system. And then the third set will be capped at 17, played to 15. So just keep that in mind. If the time runs out and you're playing in the third set, whoever is ahead at the time of the clock running out, you may finish the play you're on if the clock goes off, but that will be the winner. Whether it's win by 1 or 2, as soon as that clock goes off, game called, so you can win by 1 technically. There's our net heights. The only thing I want to point out is our nets are not professional nets. We understand they might not be exact. If you want to help the staff fix them, go for it. However, just keep in mind, these nets are not professional. We know they're not the greatest. We do our best. We try to get the correct heights, but sometimes they sag, especially by game 5. So keep that in mind. But we love help if you'd love to help us out with the nets. As far as deciding who gets to serve in which side, we're going to have you toss a coin or play rock, paper, scissors. Pretty simple. One thing, parents, I know a lot of you are parents and love to bring your children or families to games. If you do so, please just remember that if you're playing, then you do not count as a supervisor, and all children needs to be supervised at both facilities. So if I were to bring my children to the game, I would have to bring a friend, a spouse, a parent, somebody else to supervise my children while I play, because my attention is going to be on the court, not on the kids. And we have had children run out on the court and get hit before, which we really don't want to happen. So please just make sure that all children are supervised at all times. As far as teams go, we play with a six on the court as usual, but you can start games with 4. Tournament play, everyone gets to go to the tournament automatically. The tournament information will be posted on Quick Scores 2 or 3 days after regular season games have been completed. I will try to have the tournaments posted before that, and they'll just be like tentative start date, so you can't fully plan on it, but it kind of gives you a look ahead. So I'll get those posted as soon as I can. A few rule highlights to remember: players can touch the ball with any part of their body. This includes the foot. I don't recommend kicking it. It does damage our balls, but if it hits your foot, it is technically up. The first hit can contact various parts of the body consecutively. Contacts occur if it's during one action. As far as our net rules, like this next one, contact with the player between the net and antenna, we only have one official at your guys' games as the up ref. It's really hard to be a one-man officiating crew and call the net perfect. So we are asking you, please play honest. If you touch the net and the official notices it and they ask who touched the net, please be honest with them. They're doing their best, but if any of you have officiated before, you know the difficulty of seeing the net while seeing people play by yourself and running score. So please keep that in mind. A few co-ed rules real quick. Women may outnumber men, but men can never outnumber women. And you need to play with at least one boy or you will be issued a forfeit. If there's ever more than one hit on a side, one has to be a girl. So it doesn't matter what the order is. She can touch it first, second, or third, but she does need to touch it. A block does not count as a touch. So if a woman blocks it or tips it, and then you have 3 more touches, one of those touches needs to be a girl. So co-ed teams must line up in a male-female rotation at the time of serve. And then when only one male player is in the front row, another male player from the back row can come in front of the attack line and block. They only can block, they can't attack from in front of the line, but you can cover the back row and up. The remaining back row player, you need to stay behind the attack line when the ball has been contacted or has been hit. Female back row players are never allowed to come forward and block. So if you want to try trick plays, go for it. If you want to bring another blocker up when you only have one man on the net, go for it. But just keep in mind, you can get called. Okay, once again, here's my contact info. If you have any questions or anything I explained is confusing because sometimes my words get twisted, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to help with rosters. I'm happy to help explain schedules, or if there's any mistakes that I make, because I am also human and sometimes I do make mistakes. Please don't hesitate to point them out or shoot me an email. Happy to help in whatever I can. We're super excited for this season. We're excited for you guys to play. And with that, we will end our meeting. I'll stay on here for about 5 minutes just to check the chat. So if you have any further questions, send them there. Thank you.